word. So you have meets neki, which means I like you. Yeah, I can see you more clearly now, so it's pretty cool. Meets tasota, which means I love you. Roof, are you still there? Okay. Or you could always say kema to show that we're actually... Oops, I misspelled it. Kema. What's a small h? You understand what I mean. For I like, for yes. Amo for no. So kema for yes, amo for no. Then you have the very hard, complex form of someone liking someone very, very much. Teha nech bakia miak, which means I love you a lot. Then you have, yeah, it's like saying it more complex, you know. It's like I love you a lot. Then you have neshneki for you like me. Don't think so. I'm saying I think it's the same thing. Love is love. I don't think... Never really figure if there's anything different with that. Good question, though, but from what I know, it's the same word, kema. Yeah. Then you have... I guess we go more the possessions thing. No sochu for my flower, which you could name your lovey person that, you know. Nomina for my sky. You know, and I guess you can combine the words and saying you could be no mina. Because the way, if you hear Nahuatl, I'm saying people merge it because that's the way people talk. It's like nomina, and you're like, was that one word, two words? You know, it's always one thing that's very interesting about Nahuatl. It's like they'll have all. The way I write it down is the way I break it down. You know, but yeah, I do that because it's more easier to comprehend compared to if I put one thing all together. It's like, can you see the difference? If I say nomina compared to nomina. I guess I'm trying to get you, to comprehend the pieces to it. That way there's no confusion. You know, you can merge them and it'll still work, but for just... Okay. It is, I would say it's written, but not too much. I would say not as much as we write, as a human language. I think it's written out of necessity. Like if you're writing, just writing agreements, declarations, I guess contracts. There has been a lot of movements in Mexico where now speakers are creating their own books, they're writing it, they're lecturing with it, but it's not as much as how we use the English language. We write it constantly. It's like no way you can avoid it, but with them you can avoid it. Elders don't know how to write it as well. I would say Latin alphabet, that's when the conquest happens. The oldest writing I could think of happened, 1526, 1528? It's when, Nahuatl speakers first learned the Latin language, and they actually used it. It's very interesting. It's like the first trilinguals that I could think of were Nahuas in Mexico. They knew Nahuatl, Spanish, and Latin. And it's very interesting how they would just learn, a lot of them would be trilingual, some would be bilingual, either Nahuatl, Latin, or Nahuatl and Spanish. There's lots of books that are like that. I have a few copies. I have Broken Spears. See, Broken Spears is based on, it has poems in Nahuatl, and those, I'll give you a website that has all the Nahuatl poems on there. Let me see. It's actually in Nahuatl. Hold on, give me a minute. See, I spent a long time, I'll say 2 weeks ago, I tried to find every book I could find and put in my list of books for people that I recommend. And the one book that has it, let me see, is it this one? So now make me try to find it now. Not that one. I'll find you the book right now. Mostly what you have right there is just is mostly codices and maps. Oh, here we go. It's almost the last one. It's called Ballads of the Lords of New Spain. And in Spanish, it had like a Latin name. I don't remember what it was, but you go there and it's a book. This guy, let me see. You just click on ballads, and you can see you click on the one poem you want, and it shows you the Nahuatl poem written the way it was written and how it's translated the best it can do in English. And see, and there's another debate right there on Nahuatl poetry. The people who wrote the Nahuatl poems, they say they came from the past, but there are some anthropologists that think that they are what's a good word? Ghost songs. They're songs that were made after the conquest to be a tribute to people from the past. Most of the ones that were in Broken Spears are all after the conquest, and they're trying to describe what was going on during the conquest, sorrows. Let me see. I don't think it has it on there. Yeah. Nice. But that's one book. One book I do have, which I already gave to Alex, is Cuentos Nahuatl before I got in here. Okay, now it's working. It's still frozen. No. No one knows how it's like to be the sad man. Okay, now I hear you guys. Yeah, froze for a bit. There's this book called Cuentos de la Malatzin, which is stories that they collected from the border of everyone from near the Malatzin mountain. So you have people from Puebla and from Tlaxcala, and it's a collection of all these books, poems. Okay. Then you have, let's see, one of my favorite ones, which, is the Nican Mapoa. Oh, you have to go? Okay, take care, man. Oh, Roof. Okay. You're welcome. I don't even know how you say welcome in Nahuatl. See, that's another thing I need to learn. Okay. You learn how? How what? How do you say welcome in Nahuatl? Oh, Eastleigh's here too. I didn't even see him there. Can you hear me, Eastleigh? Nothing much. I didn't even know you were there. Amitla. Heard that word before. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. See, I'm not even sure. What I'm saying, it looks very Nahuatl, but I'm not sure if that's